guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brookelynne, and if you haven't seen my channel at all or before, I have done 2 Disney college programs in the past. One was the spring of 2024, and the first one was fall of 2023, and then the second one was spring of 2024. In my first college program, my role that I got was children's activities in the DAC NATO Star region. So I was the person on the pool deck who got to do the dance parties, the pool parties, all that fun stuff, the movie nights at all 3 of the All-Star resorts, Coronado Springs, and both sides of Animal Kingdom Lodge. I was there from May to July in that program, and then I ended up leaving for a job opportunity that I thought was going to be my career. And then I ended up coming back and doing a second college program the following round. And in that one, my role was merchandise in Frontierland, and I was there from January to September. Now, I personally loved my Disney college program experiences. I've talked about why I left both times, and it really just was like situational, like nothing really like horrible happened. It just stuff in life, and I was like, this is like the best decision for my life right now. Today I kind of just want to talk to you guys really quickly about some of the things that I may have known about, but I kind of wish like you knew about. Like, I think these are some things that you really need to know. 10 things you really need to know before you go on the Disney college program. Now, obviously, I don't work at Disney anymore. I'm not speaking for the company. I'm just speaking from my personal experience. So if you want, take it with a grain of salt. It's not like a huge revelation is going to happen. This is just, a nice little chat. My cat is freaking out right now. But anyway, let's go into 10 things that you should know before doing the Disney college program. Now, while everyone wants to do the Disney college program, most people also have a specific role that they want to do. In the application and interview process, there are opportunities for you to say, hey, I would really love to do this job. You're able to rank if you want to be in the parks or in the resorts, if you want to be in certain like role areas. However, you really can't pick your role. It's really based on what they need in that moment. So for example, my first program, I obviously put that I wanted to be children's activities at the resorts. I mentioned it in my interview. My degree is in education. I've had previous experience teaching, so it kind of just made sense that that's where I got put. So whenever I went back for my second college program, I just assumed that I was going to get that again, and I mentioned it like quite a lot in my interview. That's kind of like what I put on my survey again, and I didn't get it. I got merchandise, which was great, but it wasn't children's activities. So just know you can't pick your role. You can say what you want to get, and you can have an idea of what you should get based off of your based off of your resume and everything, but really it's up to the company and where they have the greatest need for. Number 2 is something that I think I had heard people say, but I truly didn't understand before I went on the Disney college program, is you will have the most undesirable hours out of anyone in your work area if you are the newest CP, which CP is college program participant or college participant, whatever you want to do, the intern. For children's activities, there's really only like a few set times, so there weren't really any preferred times, but especially for merchandise, I personally really loved working days. However, there are cast members that have been there for 30 years and they, have seniority. They want days. There are cast members that have been there for less than time than you, but they are full-time or part-time. And so they take precedence over you in scheduling. So they actually usually will get those preferred shift times. So especially if you are in something like merchandising or food service or attractions, be prepared to be working the closing shift every single day. Be prepared to work every single holiday. Be prepared to work every single weekend. Just be prepared to have the most undesired hours. But I mean, since it's like that, you kind of are working pretty much only with your college program, other like college program participants. So it's really fun. It's like a fun school experience almost. And if you make the most of it, it's great. I mean, I had bad days when I was working mornings and I had bad days when I was working nights, but I also had great days when I was working both. So just, keep that in mind. Now, number 3 also has to do with hours. Now, the minimum hours that you're supposed to get scheduled as a college program participant is 30, okay? Now, the most they can schedule you doesn't exist. If they have a need for crazy overtime, like I had a roommate who was working 50 plus hours a week. I personally, my first college program got 41 hours every single week. And it was great because I had a little extra money after rent and everything. However, my second program, I was in merchandise, like I said, in Magic Kingdom, and they had a really big staff. They didn't need a bunch of people doing overtime. So we got 30, sometimes 32 hours every single time, or we would get like just enough to where we couldn't pick up an extra shift without it being overtime. And you're not allowed to pick up overtime shifts unless they're overtime approved, which most of them are not. So yeah, you either are going to be working like crazy and have a good amount of extra cash, or you're probably gonna be working the bare minimum and making the bare minimum. So keep that in mind. You may think, oh, I only want to work 30 hours a week, but if you haven't saved up enough money like before your program, you're not gonna have enough money to like go buy snacks and souvenirs every single day you're off. You're gonna need to be staying at home making a PB&J. The fourth thing that you should know before you go on your Disney college program is, while you can also, just like your role, you can put down a preference and link with other roommates who are going down the Disney college program and have the same start and end date as you. And you can put in your room preference for like what size room you want. If you want your own private bedroom, if you want to share a bedroom, if you want a private bedroom but a shared bathroom, or if you want a private bedroom and bathroom, you can put a preference for that all day. However, you are not guaranteed any of it. I know people who linked as roommates and did not even get put in the same apartment. Most of the people that I know who linked with roommates, they were suite mates. So one of them was on one side of the apartment and the other one was on the other side of the apartment, and both of them were roommates with other people. So keep that in mind. Also, a lot of people want, the 4x2, which is your own bedroom and a shared bathroom, or a 4x4, which is a private bedroom and a private bathroom. But the likelihood of you getting that is very slim. About 80 to 85% of the apartments at Flamingo Crossings Village, which if you didn't know, that is the current Disney housing for Disney College Program and the International College Program. 80 to 85% of those are going to be 2x2s, which is a shared bedroom and a shared bathroom. So, I mean, if everyone is requesting those single rooms, not everyone's going to get them. As well as a lot of those 4x4s and 4x2s are going to be specified for people with medical accommodations. Just keep that in mind. You may have this amazing idea of what you want your apartment to look like, your bedroom to look like, but keep in mind, you're gonna have a roommate more than likely. My first college program, I was really fortunate. I got a 4x2, so I had my own bedroom and I just shared the bathroom. And it was great. I loved it. All my roommates were amazing. My second college program, I had a 2x2, so I shared a bedroom and a bathroom, and going from having my own space at Flamingo to not having my own space at Flamingo was insane. So even though I loved all my roommates, just keep that in mind. So going along with rooms and accommodations and that kind of thing, number 5 is that you are not guaranteed an accommodation. Whenever you sign up for the college program, you sign a thing saying that you have the ability to work every single day, every single hour. You can do the costume any costume that's provided, and da-da-da-da-da. Yes, there are certain things like religious accommodations or medical accommodations that they have to meet legally. However, if it's not within what they consider a reasonable accommodation, they don't have to meet it. And especially things with like rooming, there's a lot of people that don't want to have roommates, so they will fabricate, I'm just gonna be honest, they will fabricate things to say, oh, I have this medical accommodation, so I need my own room. And they will have a medical professional sign off on it, and now they have their own room, but someone with a real medical problem doesn't have their own room and does need their own room, but none of them are available. So it really is about availability and who's there whenever you're there. Also, for religious accommodations and scheduling and stuff like that, I personally, my first program, got a religious accommodation for my costume to be a skirt instead of shorts, as well as I got an accommodation to be off on Sundays. They could not accommodate me to be off on Wednesday nights though, so I was missing half of church. My last college program, where I initially got placed as my role, refused to accommodate me, so they moved me to the role that I ended up in. I was originally supposed to be attractions at Sleeky Dog Dash, but the leadership team said they would not accommodate me. So I got moved to Frontierland, where they got me my skirts for my costume, and they, at the beginning of my college program, were somewhat accommodating scheduling wise, and I wasn't having to work Wednesday nights or Sunday mornings, or they were scheduling me like right after when I got out of church, which was like fine, I just like rushed over, or they were really helpful with helping me find people to take my shift. However, as it got busier into the busy season, they weren't as accommodating, which I understand, it was their busy season. And I essentially got told by the accommodations team, your accommodation is you have the ability to trade your shifts away, which is something everyone gets, so it's not really accommodation. But so yeah, you aren't guaranteed your accommodation, so always just keep that in mind as well. The sixth thing you need to know about the Disney College program is that there's going to be a lot of drama. I personally, thankfully, was never brought into any. However, on both of my college programs, there was more drama in the college program than there was in high school. I feel like college kind of simmered down, and then I went to the college program at Disney, another level of drama. And I think it's because a lot of people, it's their very first time out of the house. A lot of them didn't go to a traditional college. A lot of them went to online college like me, and they've never had that college experience. So it's kind of like first semester of freshman year immaturity level, but like in a work environment. So just keep that in mind too. Just try your best to stay out of the drama, and honestly, if you're not looking for it, it's easy to not find it. But if you are kind of trying to stick your nose in it, you'll find some, and it can get pretty sticky. So number 7 is something that made a lot of people that I know sad, and it's that there are no pets allowed at Flamingo Crossings Village, which is, of course, like I said, the Disney housing. You don't have to live there, but most people do. I lived there for my first program and for half of my second program. But there are no pets allowed unless they are service or emotional support animals. And they have to be documented, and you have to show that documentation on move-in. There are a few people I know that tried sneaking pets in. Don't recommend. Don't do that. Because not only does it get you in trouble, but if like your roommate has snuck a pet in, it can get them kicked out, as well as every other person in the apartment if they think that everyone else had knowledge of it. So just don't do it unless it's a service animal or an emotional support animal. There you go. The 8th thing you need to know about the Disney College program is that expenses are not covered. This is not where you get to come and like college, you have a meal plan and you just get to go to the cafeteria every day and they just feed you. No, you get paid every week, usually on Thursday or Friday, and your rent is automatically taken out of your check, so you don't have to worry about trying to budget for rent. However, you have to budget for things like insurance, groceries, gas, and any souvenirs or snacks that you want throughout the week. Or if you have any other bills like credit card bills or student loans that you need to be paying for, you have to learn to budget for that. That's not going to be covered under your rent that gets taken out every week. Some people, for some reason, think that. It's not. You have to bring your own groceries, buy your own groceries. You need to make your own lunches. You have to provide your own shoes and socks and other like random things for your costume a lot of time. It's like a real job, and they're just helping you by taking your rent out early. That's literally the only thing that they help expense-wise. You also don't get any help with getting there. You yourself are responsible for paying for your travel to and from the program, as well as the if you're staying like overnight the night before, they will not cover your hotel. And I know you're probably thinking, well, duh, they're not going to cover my hotel. Some people think they do. So that's why I'm sharing this. The 9th thing you need to know about the Disney College program is that while they do provide transportation to and from work for you via the, the Academy buses, they are not always the most reliable. I've had instances where I went to my bus and it was there waiting and it left at the exact time that it was scheduled. I've had other times where I went to my bus and it had left 10 minutes early. I've had other times where I waited for a bus for 30 minutes before it came and it just never came. So I had to wait on the next bus. So a lot of people do bring their cars. You have to pay if you're going to bring your car. You have to pay for a car tag and a parking space. But I personally brought it both programs. My first program, I did not use it that much because my bus route was very reliable. My second program, my bus route was not very reliable, as well as it was to Magic Kingdom, so it was always so crowded. So I did end up driving quite a bit on my second program. And the 10th thing that I think you need to know before doing the Disney College program is it's truly one of the best experiences ever. If you have the ability to do it and are wanting to do it and just don't know if it's really for you, I say go online, apply, watch some YouTube videos about it. I've done 2 whole college programs and I filmed the majority of both of them. Obviously there were like times when I got really busy and just stopped vlogging, but I did vlog a lot about it, and I have 2 different playlists, I think, so I'll try to put them in the description, about the Disney College program. There are a bunch of other Disney YouTubers and Disney College program YouTubers out there who have there's like such a wealth of knowledge on YouTube about this program. So if you think you want more information on it and are not sure if you want to do it, just check out those and then try it. I mean, if you don't like it after a little bit, you can just self-terminate and just quit. It's fine. It's an internship, and Disney won't like give you a reference. So it's not something that you can like put on your resume and then your boss is gonna be like, oh wow, this is amazing. Which I've had bosses be like, oh wow, the Disney College program, that's awesome. Can you reach out to them? And I'm actually, no, they actually don't do references. I can put out my resume, but you can't like have like your leader call this future boss or future employer and give you a reference. They don't do that. So honestly, it's if you have enough money to at least come out to Florida and try it out for a little bit, it's worth it, I think. So yeah, guys, that is kind of the 10 things that I think you should know before doing the Disney College program. Like I said, I loved my experiences. Just for personal reasons, I had to end both my programs early. It is what it is. So thank y'all so much for watching. Let me know if you have any other questions about the Disney College program in the comments below. I'm planning on doing a Q&A soon. So I'm trying to gather a bunch of questions. If it's Disney College program related, just Disney World related in general, or just about my life in general, anything you want to know, leave it in the comments below and I'll try answering it in the Q&A video that I'm going to be posting in probably a few days or a week. And thank y'all so much for watching. If you're not already, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to stay up to date on all the content that will be coming soon, and I will catch y'all in the next one.